I would like to start by asking you all to close your eyes and then feel your breath. Observe your breath and how the air moves in through your nostrils, down into your lungs and your belly, and out again. And now observe where you are observing your breath. Where is you located? Is it behind your eyes? Between your ears? Raise your hand. Thank you. You can open your eyes. Right. So before we talk about AI and AI alignment, I think we should talk about if we are aligned with our own biological substrate. Because we live in a world today where the dominant logic is that what can be measured, quantified, caught into a framework can also be controlled and understood. That's our definition. But where we're going now, pure reasoning is not going to be sufficient. Because we can box the world into neat categories all we want, but if we think that that's the same as knowing the world, we're gravely mistaken. Pure reasoning got us AI, but it also got us climate change and a mental health crisis. Alan Watts had a great saying. He said that the menu is not the meal. And I argue that our reasoning has now it now has to be counterbalanced with a relational ability. This is not an ability that we have to develop because it's older than written language itself, but along the way we severed it and we called that progress. So relationship lives at many levels. It's not just human to human, but you are in relationship with your body right now, even if it felt like you're caught in your head for some of you. You're in relationship with the whole world around you all the time. And then the question becomes if that relationship is salient to you. And salience means it's the same as the difference between reading the menu and eating the actual food. You're not going to be able to quantify your experience. You're not going to be able to capture that experience with words fully, but you do know you know if you like the food or not, right? So this is the same for us in all types of relationships. And it is in relationship that the intelligence emerge. So I'll say this. When the map is gone, our instinct is to get a better map. But a better map doesn't live in more frameworks, more sophisticated frameworks. It lives in this room right here, in this relational field that we have. It lives in you, in your body right now. And I'll give you another example. What happens if you micromanage someone? What happens to the intelligence in that person? It doesn't disappear, right? But it goes somewhere where your control can't reach it. And that's my core argument for this talk, is that you cannot control intelligence. You can only be in a relationship with it. And this is how I imagine it to look like. Whether it's your relationship between your head and your body, or your relationship with the world around you, or between AI and human intelligence, it can be any two poles that need each other to be whole. So this requires us to move into a space which our current dominant logic of or our current culture of software and tech systematically dismiss, because this is the warm, fuzzy, sometimes uncomfortable, sometimes very comfortable space of the biological and the spiritual. It requires contemplative practices. It requires time spent in nature, somatic awareness. And we already have all the research that shows us how entangled we are with the rest of the world. Research on interoception, on our vagus nerve as a social organ, or the healing power of nature. So we don't need this anymore. We need to learn this. And it's it's not a problem of information scarcity, right? It's a perceptual poverty that we've lost, and we can reclaim it. So leadership. We tend to see leadership today as holding each other up, helping our colleagues heal emotional wounds, listen with intent, helping them grow, and so on and so forth. But we're still operating mostly in a dominant logic of competition and control. And to me, that's the difference between biology and technology. These two, they move at completely different speeds. And it's up to us as leaders to decide what is sane. Okay. Tage Danielsson had a great quote. It was, utan tvivel är jag inte klok. It's roughly translated into, without doubt, I'd be insane. And I think that doubt is, it's the crucial crack in our self-obsessed logic that we're caught in. It opens us up to a different way of being, one that is humble enough to realize that we don't know the world, and we can never know the world. And that it gives us a different stance. It gives us a way of asking different questions. So I'll ask you this. What kind of leader or what kind of human being can we be while still remaining alienated from the living world that we're made of? Thank you.